threes are fucking impossible in this game, especially in jam mode, it seems. So I don't know if that guy's actually a good three-point shooter, and that just like really helped me, because there's also shouldn't be any fucking rubber banding in sim mode. But yeah, I'll tell you, just I'll have a stronger grasp on them when we kind of get through this sim game real quick. All I can tell you is, oh my god, there's so many people on this court. It's so crowded. Oh my god, it's so juicy. And it's especially bad too. I'm not used to this because they have done the sort of old school. The hockey games kind of have this too. When you're on defense and you're trying to like switch players, the switch player button is a completely different button than. Ooh, fast break! Bam! Right off the steal, I love it. So the switch player button is C right if you're on defense and you want to switch to another player. So it's really not easy to just do that on the fly, because you've got B here. Oh, I got another steal. And he opens it right back up for Mr. Gill over here, who I was checking out the rosters, the lineups that they have in this game. Being a little bit surprised because there's names that I know, and there's names that I know, and I had the sort of the tendency to go for those names when I was setting up my NBA Jam mode games. This is NBA Jam. Like when I was playing the Jam mode, which is all I've been doing, I will pick the two guys, and I'll also try to, if I know more about them, I'll try to like get that sort of split. Like my go-to team. It's cheating. It's real cheap. I know that. But like I do Stockton and Malone. Any NBA Jam game, like give me one team I want to be. I'm gonna be the Jazz. I'm gonna be Stockton. I'm gonna have Karl Malone as my other guy, and that's what I want. Like you get everything out of that. You get the best possible like steals. You get a big man to block stuff. You get a pick and roll. You get everything you want out of that. And I prefer to shoot. I prefer to shoot from the outside. So I take Stockton, and he's a bit better on shooting from the outside. I forget where I was going with this, but I mean, I'll see guys in this playbook, this rundown, and I'll see guys also when I'm picking the rosters, and I'll be like, I know that name, and it turns out, and now that I look at these, like, there are way better guys, there are way better, like, highly rated guys. I just noticed something really fucking hilarious, actually. Because it's something that old sports games will do a lot more than newer ones, who always kind of want to have a decent, like, how do I say this? It's like your average NBA player, even someone who's not good at something, even someone who's known for not being good at something, would still, like, be better at it than you or me. So when they put them in the game, the rating is more like 40. Like that's the low point, that's the floor. And if you're making characters, you have to like go out of your way to lower it below 40 and have someone just like really stink up the joint in some place. But I just happen to have it flipped open to the Lakers. And on the Lakers, who have a fucking stacked roster, as we know, this is the beginning of their dynasty in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm not great at playing D specifically, and definitely not good at switching to a guy and trying to rebound, which is a complaint that I actually have about both modes of this game, not just the sim mode that you're seeing in front of me here. But anyway, back to this, right? So I've got the Lakers thing open, and they've got Shaq, and Shaq's three-point rating is 3. And also, very funny to me as well, if you look at rebounding, speaking of, bad, not being able to do much with rebounding, Tyron Liu is on this team in 99 to 2000. His rebounding is 1. I don't know if you can get double zeros, but his rebounding ability is 1. So that's hilarious to me, honestly. I keep hitting, more than anything, I keep hitting C to think that I want to change players, which is just turbo, so it's just giving me, like, the tiniest, like, tap of a speed boost when I try to do that. I'm trying to switch players so that I like actually have somebody who's maybe under the basket or something. Oh, and see, yeah. I just hit push. I just hit C left to push somebody over. Because I do that, like, you can do that all day long, and even then in jam mode, that doesn't even help you that much. Like, it's almost like you're encouraged to do a lot, and it's not going to do that much for you. Ooh, end of the half. It's fucking 25 to 20. It just doesn't grab my attention very much. This might be something that, you know, would be a really good, like, way to compare the three sim-heavy games that came out around this time. So you got Jam, you got NBA Live 2000 coming out, and you got Courtside 2 coming out. And I have some pretty high hopes for Courtside 2, because Courtside is really, really well done. And I don't know the translation from the PlayStation to the 64 one, but based on Knockout Kings 2000, I think the presentation, at the very least, in NBA Live 2000 will be pretty solid and will look really good. So I do have high hopes for those. I've never had high hopes for this as a sim, and my pleasant surprise, like I've said, my pleasant surprise for this being that also was what I wanted to do. I actually didn't pass that and try to actually work it around. Yep.
Armstrong passes it to the free throw line.
I'm also terrible at blocking in any game ever, including NBA Jam, including this game. I have an itchy trigger finger when it comes to blocking. I should not be allowed to play defense at all, which is an issue because both in sim mode here, I feel like, and in regular jam mode, I say regular jam mode like it's the one that they put the most work into. But in jam mode as well, like, your AI teammates, they don't do shit. And that's actually the trouble that I'm having with even just making any progress in this, in jam mode, which is something I kind of had set up as like, ooh, well, they have jam mode where, you know, like just in the original arcade game, you sort of get to the end by beating each team in succession. And I was like, that'll be what I do. I've beaten 2 teams. I've played at least 10 games, and I have 2 wins. I can't get past the Bulls right now. And what I changed it to was, I think what I'll do is play 1 game with each team myself, so that, like, say we were doing original version, like Sega Genesis, not arcade version, but a Genesis version of plain NBA Jam, not Tournament Edition, that's got 2 guys in it. At the very least, even if I don't change players out at halftime, which I usually do with at least 1 guy, at the very least, like, I'll get a sort of NBA Jam on Genesis experience, and I'll have a little taste of each team and what they've got going on. Because if you break that down to 2 people, you get a pretty solid, like, oh, this is what this team is good for, this is what this team is good for.
Van Horn snatches it down. He takes a quick one.
Just running that fast break, except for the fact that, you know, can't even make layups right now. I really gotta shut the fuck up a little bit. Hey, this guy can steal. This guy's got some good hands. I think this is the highest rated guy on the team too, because I would have assumed he was Van Horn. But I was looking at the thing and I was like, you know, who are the guys who I don't even really know who they are, and they've got really high ratings. So we'll just flip open to the nets real quick here. Read some of these bad boys off. Nets. So we got Marbury, the point guard, whose guy I know. I think when he went to the Knicks, I was familiar with him. So yeah, Kendall Gill is a 92, and then they've got 3 guys who are 92s. Kendall Gill, Keith Van Horn, and Jason Williams are all 92. And then the next highest guy you've got is Stephon Marbury, and then you've got Kerry Kittles, 84. And who's my? Do they even have a center out there? Because I think I've seen all 5 of these guys. I'm trying to think if the guy, either the guys listed as center is actually is on the court right now. Maybe that's an arcade mode thing that they were like, oh, you just want the 5 best players, right? Let's, like, we don't have to. I think that's the 5. I think it's just the 5 best players.
Tosses the ball.
This is one of those things that still really trips me up too. I've gotten used to the Oklahoma City Thunder being a thing. One, because they've been good, is my understanding, and another thing because Oklahoma City, like, oh my God, fucking Oklahoma City has a sports franchise. So I remember that really well, but the Brooklyn Nets, as opposed to the New Jersey Nets, it trips me up all the time still, and they've been around for. They've been the Brooklyn Nets for years now. It still messes me up. Also, the thing about the Thunder is, I mean, used to be the Supersonics, and the Lakers beat the Supersonics. I think I just push people over because I'm in arcade mode. That was good.
Tosses the ball in.
Yeah, this dude can steal. I'm gonna keep that in mind if I ever want to in jam mode. I can put Kendall Gill out there. Kendall Gill and Jason Williams probably will do really well. It seems like a good combo. Sorry to the cover star from Jam 99, but
Goliath comes up with it. A stunning jam inside. Number 51. And he'll toss the ball in.
Oh fuck.
McGetty passes it.
I deserve that. Oh, and Gill steals it again. Look at this guy.
Launches a three.
Let's see what kind of numbers I can get this guy to put up by the end of the game here. He's only got 1 minute left, but like, my God.
Armstrong fires it to wide left. Williams skies for the board. Marbury flips the dish.
Oh. Come on. Get him. All right, from the 3 away. I've got a lead going. Oh, another thing. I'll point it out a little bit more when we're in jam mode. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's no good camera angles in this game. And it definitely, especially comes up in jam mode when you've only got 4 guys on the court.
Abdul Wahad with the inbound pass.
I'll bring it up because it's something that I specifically think of on inbound passing.
Marbury with the steal. Marbury for 2.
Nice.
Number 33.
5.
Abdul Wahad will toss the ball in.
I'm just going to push this guy. Gil! I'd like for you to get 10 points. Maybe you can have a double-double Sunday night.
Abdul Wahad gets the pass. Gatling passes it. Abdul Wahad.
You guys got to shoot the ball if you want to actually, like,
he keeps missing.
come back.
Just rips the ball away.
They wasted like a good solid 10 seconds just dribbling
Here
around.
goes another 3. That's the end of the
So yeah, haven't won a game in a long fucking time. So that's nice. Anyway, yeah, 45-40, Jets over the Magic. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think there's any major improvements that I can identify off of Jam 99, but I probably don't remember anything from the sim mode of Jam 99. And 15 points from Marbury. All right, let's go back. Let's just go back to Jam mode. The reason that you would buy this game if you saw NBA Jam on a shelf, whether it's now or 20 years ago, that's why you would buy this. Tournament play. Oh, you know what? Make sure I load it. Load. Was glad I do still like the tribute for this. It's a good, nice feeling controller, and once you adjust to U and Z, it's pretty nice for this. Okay, where was I? So yeah, I have played games with everybody here. Start with the Hawks, down Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Cavaliers, Mavs. Mavs have they got Steve Nash and Dirk Nowitzki. All right, so we're gonna try the Nuggets now, and this does not look like it's gonna be that great. But before I start it, let's pull up the roster for the Nuggets. Denver Nuggets. Okay, a little spiral notebook guide like I pointed out before. Alright, Antonio McDyess, that's about what I expected. And Rafe LaFrentz. We could also go with Nick Van Exel, I know that name, he's 84. Oh, Chauncey Billups. Young Chauncey Billups. Fresh off of getting drafted by the Celtics, I think. He's an 82 though, so it's gonna be these guys, and then we might change to Nick Van Exel if I want to change that up. So yeah, I'll take dice. Okay.
They're ready for the tip-off.
They so the way that they have the controllers always messes me up. Because they don't do the smart thing and
the
taller guy fucking goaltending right off the bat. I can see it on that one. I've been called for goaltending on something really stupid. We'll see if it happens in this game.
He goes up for the shot.
Alright. So here is the thing that I wanted to point out about the camera angle that I never liked.
Brand just rips the ball away. He keeps trying and he keeps missing. Nothing's working.
So this is the best rebounding I've gotten out of. He's really just getting lucky at this point. But this looks like the best rebounding I've gotten out of an AI teammate since I've been playing this game. Genuinely.
The Prince gets served up on a stick. Ouch! He's blocking the high one.
Not that they're gonna play good defense.
The ball in.
Oh my fucking god. That was actually has nothing to do with the camera angle, but so the thing that happens. Actually, it happens even more if you're doing the inbound pass and you're the one, your player is the one doing the inbound, so the other person doesn't move around. How do I say this? The AI is responsible for receiving the inbound, and they continue to just move around all the fucking time. Which you theoretically would say it's them trying to get open for it. Now, usually what they'll do is they'll be like way the fuck beyond the 3 line over here. And they could have their defender like right in between you. And you go for an inbound pass and it just gets intercepted. It's happened to me several times. And it's not late in the game where they're trying to like get down court really fast. It's they'll just fucking goaltending again for that one. I'm kind of blown away. So they'll be down court, and it's not even like they need to be down court because we need to like get this playoff fast or anything like that. It is genuinely like they're out of my sight, and like I need to just I guess I'm gonna inbound it to you, and there's a defender in between them, and you just get intercepted. Like what was that? I have tried to address that because they have a couple camera angles, and they even have a weird thing that's called create a camera, which I couldn't really understand how to do it right. Seemed interesting, but it didn't also seem like it was gonna be good for helping my problem. I think there just needs to be a more dynamic camera in this game, like that doesn't just go with one camera angle all the time, and just kind of like slide it on the zip line like that, you know? I think it probably, like, it realistically, it needs to change to, like, at the baseline when someone's inbounding, and then change over. So I tried to go, wow, I'm getting fucking smoked right now, 16-8, because for some reason, none of my shots want to fall. There you go.
Tosses the ball in. That's the end of the first quarter.
Only down by 6, but once you're down by 6, it feels like you're down by 20. This is just the way that this game goes. It feels very hard to come back with like multiple defensive plays that give you your advantage back. It's not. It's really like it's very rarely is it a rebounding thing. Like your teammate can very rarely grab you any rebounds. It's so hard. It really feels like you're doing this all by yourself. Which I think sometimes you get from regular NBA Jam. So now I'm down by 10. And I just don't know like where this shit comes from. That was super delayed because I was trying to get him to shoot. Like, okay, I guess I'm not getting the pass off. I guess he's gonna shoot now. Look at that. Look, what? Where was his even attempt to like be anywhere near me for the inbound pass? Okay, so that pass that shot right there, I should say, went off of fucking Christ. So they had a shot that just went off of you shoot from the absolute corner, from behind the backboard. Why does he keep doing this? Way to absolutely prove my point over there, bud.
He is a ruthless defender.
Jesus Christ, 15 points. I'm down by 15 points in the second.
He'll toss the ball in. Nice interception.
A shot that bounces off the back of the backboard. It hits nothing else. If you go up and you grab the rebound, which is one of the only times that I'm actually able to do that and grab rebounds. Hey, I didn't call for goaltending on that one. Or did I? Did I just... I got called for goaltending on that? Are you fucking serious? If you grab the rebound off of a shot that they take from behind the backboard and bounces off the back of the backboard, since it hasn't hit the rim or anything else, you get called for goaltending. I had it happen to me. It didn't happen to them there. I swear to God, I had it happen twice in a row.
He throws up a frozen roll. That was a careless move.
What in fucking God's name?
Oh my goodness, the huge champ! The Prince gets the inbound pass. Fantastic ball control.
Just gotta move up court fast. That's
the ball in.
the only chance I've got
Clock
of
is running out.
getting in there, because I can't set up plays and I can't move
He'll toss the ball in.
My teammate, because he doesn't get passing.
Check the numbers for the hand.
Chance for that. It's really, really difficult. I'm gonna change myself to Nick Van Exel, and I'm gonna change the other guy to Antonio McDyess. Maybe through luck I can get some decent nope. Hold on. Control. Thanks for the very loud buzzer. Okay. Like I said, I usually do better when I'm the more like point guard kind of guy.
Dice will toss the ball in. He gives you a
Yeah, he moves real fast. John Stockton, when I use John Stockton, still moves probably faster than anybody in this game that I've played with. At this point, like, there's probably way more people, but like just the handful of games that I have played, I don't make shots from out there, so that's why it frustrates me when they make those all the time. It's like the few times, like, the actual defense that I can play is actually forcing them to make those shots. And of course, it shuts me up because I actually made a three. And you know what happens too is now I get my hopes up and I try to start shooting threes. Happened in the last game. Happened in the actual sim version, sim mode game that I played. Like, oh god, I made 1 3. It means you can actually make threes. Let's go and let's try and do this. Then you take like 5 more. How is that goal?
Van Exel inbounds the ball. McDyess with the pass. Van Exel takes a deep jump.
Yep.
Hawkins just...
See, he got the rebound, and then I tried to pass it back out to myself. I can't believe he made that shot. I actually wanted him to fake and pass it to me, because maybe I was going to get the layup off of it. And, you know, there's a lot of delay in some of these controls. I think it's just a 3D thing, that they're not used to the pace. God damn, dude, like...
He takes a quick one.
How do you miss that? How? And now he tripped.
Van Exel tosses the ball in. Wow, what a
like,
move.
like, I hate to sound like, oh, it's hard and I'm not winning, and that's why I don't think this game's good. It's, you've seen me get called for goaltending way more times than I should on stupid shit. You've seen me basically have no chance of getting rebounds. It does that thing, like when I say it's slow and it's really clunky and it's really, where the fuck is the defense on that? Appreciate that. See? Usually I'm the one doing the inbound on that. Alright, officially, how many threes have I attempted since the first one and not made any? And I mean, I'm down by 15 with about a quarter left to play. What the fuck was that? What was that?
The clock is running out. He barely got that one.
It would not have surprised me if they made that. Down by 15. How many threes have I attempted? I've attempted 7 threes, 1 for 6 since the first one that I made. This game loves to trick you with that. This game loves to get your hopes up that you might be able to hit threes.
And he'll toss the ball in.
Nope.
Hawkins pass.
Good. I'm really glad that I had Nick Van Exel defending that against Elton Brand, not Antonio McDyess, who's 6 inches taller. I have to get in there with Van Exel to defend that. And McDyess is right behind him, and he isn't doing anything. Stop fucking standing there.
Van Exel inbounds the ball. He takes the shot.
I've done it. I've had games where, oh, I do my usual, like, I'm gonna take the short guy so I can shoot. Maybe I'm just bad at the shooting, and I should let the AI try and, you know, do the shooting of, I'm just, like, I'm gonna hit the button to tell them that I want the three to be shot.